So I'll ask you the question you've been getting a lot lately. You're running a campaign, I'm not sure we'd say on a shoestring, but you certainly don't have as much money as some of your counterparts. I've heard you say that name recognition is a bit of a problem for you, which might be understanding. You haven't had a lot of advertising. So is this a real campaign? And if it is, what's your path to victory?
Yeah, it's a real campaign, and I think that, you know, from the get-go, we always knew that this was going to be more of a grassroots and that I was always going to be the underdog in this campaign. When you looked even, you know, before Eric Hovde got into the race, you know, whenever you have a name like Tommy Thompson and Mark Newman, who have run statewide several times, I knew that it would be an uphill battle. We knew money would be difficult. It was kind of the catch-22. You know, we had the recalls going on, so really there wasn't a lot of focus put on this race at all. It was all focused on the recalls, which actually I think helped me for a long time because, you know, there wasn't any advertising from the candidates, and it really helped. But it also soaked up a lot of those dollars. And I won't lie to you, when Governor Thompson got into the race too, a lot of the big supporters in Wisconsin that support Republicans, you know, the money really dried up. So, you know, we knew we were going to have to do it kind of the old-fashioned way and run on a different message and I think a more clear message and really go out and just talk to people, and that's what I've been doing. It hasn't been a very sexy U.S. Senate race. It's been a lot of time behind the wheel of my car and driving, and put almost 40,000 miles on my '02 Taurus and going out and talking to groups and talking to people and, you know, doing parades and whatever we can, you know, get our message to. So
what's your path to victory? We had Mark Newman in the other day, and essentially he was saying, I'm going to let Eric Hovde and Governor Thompson beat up on each other, and I can sneak in. He has the Tea Party support now as well. That would seem to be a strategy that might work for you, but he might be in a better position with better financing to do that.
Yeah, that would be great if there weren't negative ads associated with Mark Newman too. Obviously, there's a connection with Club for Growth with Mark that you know, I think people, you know, put two and two together. So you know, I have really benefited, and to tell you the truth, the most momentum I've seen in my campaign has come in the last month. And you guys know, I've talked to some of you, that this was always kind of my strategy. I was just going to keep my head down, try and run a positive campaign of what I was able to accomplish here in the last, you know, year and a half as Speaker of the Assembly. That although we made some tough choices and some tough decisions, we got the state back on the right track. Balance a $3.6 billion deficit, did it without raising taxes. We're $150 million to the plus side now. You know, we always knew that was going to have to be our message and stay clear. And I can tell you, in the last 3 weeks, and I believe it's because of the political fatigue that we are seeing here in the state of Wisconsin, that people are pretty fed up with politics right now with all the recalls going on, that the three of them going negative on each other has really opened up the door. And if you look at the latest polling, I know I was way down there at 6%, but jumping up to 13%, more than doubling. You know, you always want to be an upward trend line heading into, you know, the final week of an election, and, you know, that poll is already 6 days old already. So, you know, hopefully that trend line is continuing. But, you know, I had to always benefit from those guys going negative on each other, and they are doing that. And when I talk to people,
were you expecting that, or did that surprise you?
No, it didn't surprise me at all. I mean,
No?
I have always expected that would happen. Yeah,
As bad as it did?
Probably not to the level that it's gotten. I had not thought that it would get as nasty as it did that quick. But I always knew there were, you know, issues with each of the candidates that I thought would probably be exposed, and I thought if they were going after each other, I thought I'd have a good chance at kind of staying out of the fray, which I have been, and you know, I thought that would benefit me, and obviously it has over the past probably 2 or 3 weeks.
James? And please introduce yourself.
I will. James Causey, editorial writer, columnist, and blogger. Just staying on the being positive. Does using negative techniques, does that help at all in a race? Does it benefit anyone? I mean, does it work? They do it, so it must have some kind of impact.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit and tell you negative advertising doesn't work. Yeah, it absolutely works. But I think it's also at a different level when you do it in a primary. I think that people that are, you know, supporting conservative candidates in this Republican primary, you know, to do it against one of your own and know that that person's going to have to go on to the general election, it seems to take a more different tone, I think, and that's what I've seen play out. But, you know, the real answer is, does it work? Yeah. You know, I think Eric Hovde, you know, a month out, had a real surge going, and obviously was seeing some positive numbers, and I think the other two camps felt that if they didn't go negative on him or start introducing him more to the public, that you know, that he could have probably just kind of ran away with this, and that's why, you know, you see that in politics.
You're going to stay positive, though.
I'm going to stay positive to the end here. You know, we're 4 days out, but I'm going to run on the message of you know, what we were able to do in Wisconsin, we need to do in Washington right now.